Today on Paranoia, we will be talking about SlenderMan.
So, as he was just saying, today it's Paranoia 101. We're talking about SlenderMan. Alright, fine, I'll cut out the accent. So, this is our third time recording this because we keep having technical difficulties.
The first time he kicked the tripod and knocked down the camera, and the second time
I threw a pet dog. I threw a stuffed dog and it kind of hit the tripod.
Yeah, because it had a spider on it. And
shut up! Scared of spiders! That's going to be one of the things we're going to talk about on Paranoia.
Ooh, that would actually be a good one.
Yeah, it would, because people are scared of spiders.
Anyways. So basically, we should probably give you a brief overview of Paranoia before we do the
May I start?
Video. Yeah, go.
Okay, so on Paranoia, it's basically going to be like a little short web series thing we're going to do.
No 20 minutes.
Yeah, no. Anyways, so we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. Stuff with mythology, stuff like Bigfoot, Slender Man, spiders, all this different crap that freaks people out, gets inside their heads, and makes them want to turn around to see what's behind them. By the way, if I were you, I'd turn around right now. Because if you don't, you just might die. Boo! I'd laugh if somebody jumped. Okay, so any input? Any other input?
Not really. We're going to talk about whether or not we believe he exists, the creature exists, etc. Just basic stuff you
and stuff that is obviously existing. We're just going to mainly talk about the different things about it. Yeah. There are multiple different myths. We are going to tell you kind of the one that we believe the most. So, I'll explain the first part. You can explain the other. Basically, he's supposed to be like a businessman, like the owner of a
logging company.
A logging company. That's why he has the suit and crap. And basically, I'll let you explain the next part on how he died.
Well, apparently, as from the stories I've heard about him, and there's a few of them, I was on this website called Quizzazz, and they had a scary story about him. You can go on multiple websites that have blogs about him, etc. Anyways, basically, he was like some kids, young little hoodlums, basically, didn't like him. Shut up. Anyways, they creeped him out, and they knocked a tree on him. Let's put it that they cut down the tree and it fell on him.
Yeah, they were just messing around, decided to knock down a tree, try and mess with the company, and he had just, supposedly he had been out there doing checks and stuff late night, and he had been on his way home. He was walking out of the company around dusk, and tree over him, died. And that's why he tends to target kids that are younger.
He'll attack anyone, but as it goes, he's more
prominent to kill
attack and kill younger ones, like below 18 type people.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to appear in very highly wooded areas or forests around dusk, usually.
Also fields.
Yeah. Tall cornfields.
He can appear during day and night, but he
most
mainly
likely towards night.
So, yeah. Oh, my opinion. I'm kind of with him on this because think about this. They say they have a thing called slender sickness.
And he causes like paranoia, insomnia,
there's a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, like multiple.
But those are the two main known ones. But here's what I think. Okay. Paranoia. He supposedly breaks it. Think about this. Maybe the paranoia comes from the idea of sometimes you're going to think about it. Like, when you first hear about him, you're going to start thinking about it. Wow, what if he was real and he could do that stuff? It's going to freak you out, and you're still going to start getting
paranoid.
you're
going to get paranoid. Exactly.
So maybe it's not from him. Maybe it's just the idea of him. That's why I'm kind of with him on not so sure. He could be.
He could. It's kind of like ghosts or aliens. Do you believe? That's your decision.
Yes. And we should explain kind of like what he can do. He's a tall, thin guy with he has arms that he can stretch out or shorten.
And he has 6 tentacles on his back.
And they're kind of like, They're kind of like in those sci-fi movies where it's like they've got those darkness tentacles that like squiggle around and
he's got kind of like this shadowy effect around him as it's supposed to go.
And like there are these pictures. He supposedly can like blurry up a picture and crap, make it blurry in the area so it's harder to see him and stuff like that.
And we have a few pictures we'd like to show you. You can see these pictures for yourself on a website called SlenderGame.com. It's got to do with the game, and you can also read up on the myth a little bit.
There are also a lot of ones other places online. But before we start, I'd actually like to show you one that I've come across.
And I just thought I'd like to point out very quickly, truthfully, like with the myth on the website, I believe it's different from the one we have. I don't know if it explains why.
It's different. It doesn't explain how he dies.
How he died or nothing.
It doesn't explain how he dies. It just explains like about him. This is actually just a drawn picture, but this is one of them. Like, he's the one in the background following a child. I'm first going to show you. I actually took this the other day in my house. And I went around my house after taking it trying to find something that could have made that shape. I couldn't find a thing. Look at this. See how it's multiple different lines and stuff on there? Well, look at the thick part on the right side. Right there. That looks like his body. 2 legs. Arms coming down. The only problem is that goes up, which kind of makes it different. And then his head. Kind of freaked me out, because I couldn't find anything to make that shape. And it was just standing there still, while the rest of the lines were moving.
But rewind, if you have to, a few steps back to where the picture was, and pause it and stare at it if you can't see anything. You know, it took me a long time to see anything in the picture. But once
Yeah,
I saw
had
it,
to
it's kind
point
of
it
creepy.
out. And they're just all these different ones. Hey guys, so we switched to my laptop to make this trimming and video editing easier. Just so you know, that was the end of the video, obviously. Sorry if it didn't seem as much. It was like a starter video, so we didn't do as much. If you want, leave a comment about this. If you want, we will do more about him. We'll do more about him, show more pictures, kind of stuff, make it more interesting.
Eventually, we'll make better videos.
Yeah, we're gonna make more videos, but that was just like an outlet kind of thing. That was just like an outlet thing to make it show kind of what it's about, so it'll be a lot better in the future. Anyways,
enjoy future videos.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Boom!